Hey everyone, today I want to take a look at a gaming company called Activision Blizzard. Their stock has dropped from the highs around 81-ish to about 70-ish right now. The three major subsidiaries they own are Activision, Blizzard Entertainment, and King. And if you're a gamer, you probably play some, if not most of these games created by this company. Activision owns a Call of Duty franchise which has sold over 250 million copies with sales over $15 billion. Their new Call of Duty being released later this year also plans to incorporate the new Battle Royale mode, which has been very popular among games such as Fortnite and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. King is also working on a mobile Call of Duty, and Activision and Tencent are teaming up to create another mobile Call of Duty game for the Chinese markets. Even though Activision may not own Destiny, they have a 10-year contract between them and Bungie, which gives them exclusive rights to publish all Destiny titles. Blizzard Entertainment, one of my favorite gaming companies, they own games such as World of Warcraft, which at its peak had around 12 million subscriptions in October 2010. Even though it has been declining since then, it still has around 5.5 million subscriptions in around October 2015. The game has grossed nearly $10 billion in revenue. Some other games owned are Diablo, Starcraft, Heartstone, Hero of the Storm, and Overwatch, which is Blizzard's fastest growing franchise. King Digital Entertainment, which was acquired by Activision Blizzard in 2016, has two of the top 10 highest grossing titles in the US mobile app store for the 19th quarter in a row, with its Candy Crush franchise ranked number 1. Now let's take a look behind some of the financial numbers of this company. As of August 10, 2018, with a closing price of $70.61, market cap is at $53.83 billion, with a PE ratio of 41.78, which is high compared to the S&P 500 PE ratio of 24.54. Also pays an annual dividend of 34 cents, which is about 0.48% yield. Yes, it may be very low, but I'm not really expecting dividend from this stock, and they have been growing their dividend payout year after year. Now let's take a look at their earnings per share and their revenue. As we can see, revenue has been increasing in the recent years. The reason why we see such a big jump in revenue between 2015 and 2016 was because Activision Blizzard acquired King Digital Entertainment in 2016 for $5.9 billion. We can also see a trend of increasing earnings per share as well, especially in the recent years. Before I get into the charting and my trades and opinions, I just want to say I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own due diligence before investing. Even though the stock is not cheap, one reason I'm bullish on the company is because of esports. Blizzard was asking for a $20 million franchise fee for the Overwatch League, and they are not guaranteed revenue sharing until after 2021, and that's if they meet certain criteria. There were 12 teams that registered for the first season, and each paid the $20 million entry fee. Blizzard also signed a 2-year deal with Twitch for the Overwatch League for $90 million, and they also received many multi-million-dollar investments from companies such as Intel, HP, Toyota, T-Mobile, and Sour Patch Kids. Plus, ESPN has reported that Overwatch League has exceeded its revenue expectation by as much as 4 times the original amount. For the next season, Blizzard plans to increase the franchising fee, and sources says that the new fees could be anywhere from $35 million to $60 million. According to Newzoo, in 2016, the total revenue from esports was $493 million and $655 million in 2017, and they expect total revenue could exceed $900 million in 2018 and further grow to $1.65 billion by 2021. The global esports audience in 2017 was 335 million, and Newzoo expects that number to reach 380 million in 2018 and 557 million in 2021. Now let's take a look at the weekly bar chart, where each bar represents a week. We can clearly see an uptrend, but there are times where it pulls back to support, providing a buying opportunity before continuing to move back up. Now let's take a look at the daily chart. I've driven a parallel channel here, and we can see where it provides support, which lines up with the 200-day moving average. And we can see when it pulls back to that 200-day moving average, we usually see it bounce back up, and as of right now, we are at that 200-day moving average, and I'm expecting a bounce back up from here. Now let's take a look at why the stock has dropped recently. On July 26, EA, Electronic Arts, reported their earnings report, and they did beat the street estimates, but they did provide light guidance for the third quarter and for the full year. And on August 2nd, Activision Blizzard reported their earnings, and they also beat the street estimates, but they also provided weak guidance for the third quarter and for the full year as well. Now let's take a little trade that I did in Activision Blizzard on August 2nd. I knew the earnings was coming up that evening when the market closes, and the stock was trading around $72.50 at that time, and I didn't want to purchase the stock at that price, especially since on July 26, EA released their earnings report and lowered their guidance. But I also didn't want to miss out if it spiked up, so what I did was I sold a 67.5 put, which expires on August 17, which was in about 15 days, and I collected around $70 per put I sold. Yes, if it spiked up, the most I could make was $70 per put, but I didn't want to take that kind of risk in owning the stock. Even though I only collected $70 for the put, the return on capital isn't that bad. It required about $1,900 worth of capital for me to sell the put, and that's about a return of 3.7% in 15 days. That's if it closes higher than 67.5 on August 17th. But if it closes lower than 67.5, I'm fine with that as well, as I can start accumulating my position. But of course, I don't plan on just holding the stock if I get put the stock. There are other strategies I plan to incorporate to reduce my risk. As of today, even though the stock has gone against me and has dropped around $2, our put option has lost some of its time value and is only worth around $16 now. So that leaves me with a profit of $54 per put option. I plan to let this expire worthless, or I may roll my options into September and collect some more premium. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to smash that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.